The wood door to my cabin slammed open so hard it cracked against the wall. I jumped up from my chair, my heart thundering, and there she was, Karen, our HOA president, our neighborhood nightmare, the woman who believed she ruled over every inch of the community like a queen with a plastic crown. Her face was red, her hair in tight curls bouncing as she stormed in like she owned the place. But the instant her eyes landed on the man sitting across from me, her skin drained of all color. Her jaw fell open, her breathing hitched. She went pale like all the blood had just run out of her body. Because sitting at my table, in full military uniform, was a 4-star general, and he wasn't smiling. He slowly turned his head toward her, calm but cold, like a lion noticing an intruder stepping too close. The rows of medals on his chest gleamed in the light from the cabin's window. "Who is this?" The general's voice rumbled low, heavy, dangerous. Karen froze, her mouth opening and closing like a fish out of water. Her usual screechy confidence had been cut right out of her throat. I wanted to laugh, but even I wasn't sure if the general was angry at her or at me. Flashback, how it all started. 2 days before this moment, my life was completely ordinary. I'd bought this cabin out in the woods to get away from the chaos of the HOA neighborhood. But the problem was, the HOA didn't want me to get away. They kept insisting my cabin, though outside the HOA borders, was community property. And of course, Karen led the charge. She marched up to my porch with a clipboard in one hand and her nose stuck so high in the air I wondered how she could see her own feet. "You can't just build whatever you want out here," she told me. "This land is under the HOA's jurisdiction." I told her flat out, "No, it isn't." That answer didn't sit well with her. The next morning, I found a bright pink slip taped to my cabin door. HOA violation number 001, unauthorized structure. I ripped it down, crumpled it, and tossed it into the fire. But that was just the beginning. By the second day, she was sending letters. By the third, she was snooping around my yard. And by the fourth, she was trying to peer through my windows. I knew then that Karen wasn't going to stop until she got what she wanted. But what she didn't know was that my cabin wasn't just for fishing trips and quiet weekends. It was being used for meetings, very important ones. The kind of meetings that people like Karen had no business walking in on. The arrival, that morning, just an hour before Karen would burst in, a black SUV with government plates had rolled up my dirt driveway.